very good morning to one and all. Thank you for joining us today on a very good Sunday. Happy to have you all here. And today's topic is very special as it is correlated to the upcoming International Girl Child Day. So we want to encourage and take good health of all our children who are the future of our country. So even before I jump into the topic, certain rules that we need to adhere. So please kindly stay muted. Either use your hand raise option or use the chat box if you have something to say. And there will be a Q&A end of the session wherein we'll take up all your questions. Meanwhile, you can keep posting your questions as and when you get it. We'll take the questions end of the session. So kindly stay muted, guys, and this helps us to have a smooth session. So let me introduce our speaker of the day today. I welcome you, Sirisha. So Sirisha, she's a holistic nutrition coach. She has done her master's in food science and nutrition from Andhra University, and she has 11 years of experience. She's also a yoga practitioner with Surya Namaskaras as her specialty. She hails from Kakinada, Andhra Pradesh, and has her own firm by the name NutriFit Clinic. Her area of expertise lies especially in women care, the PCOS, and diabetes management, and obesity, and all other types of lifestyle disorders. She always helps people to change their lives by making them forget diet and calories and replaces those with positive health and lifestyle changes. Because these are the core of a philosophy while focusing on real food ingredients and holistic approach to life. So I welcome you, Sirisha, today to our show. Thank you for being here. And guys, let me all tell you, she is in 8th month of pregnancy. She took all the time and efforts to come forward and talk and address you all to clear your doubts. So thank you so much, Sirisha, for that.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you for mentioning this. And thank you for the opportunity that you have given.
Okay, pleasure is all ours, Sirisha. So let me introduce the topic today, guys. So we've been telling about this is all about the teen talks. So why teen talks? Why it is important? I hope everybody is muted. Team, kindly check and keep muting if someone is unmuted. Thank you. So this phase, when children grow a little bigger, not as big as the adults, they neither belong to the childhood nor they belong to the adulthood. They're in between and they try to enact us. Is it not? How many of you have experienced this? That the little adults of a home they become. Guys, kindly use the chat box. This is an interactive session. Keep interacting with us. Keep responding using the chat box so that we'll know what you feel. So this phase is very important. Why it is important, why we are addressing this today is we will understand as we take a plunge into the topic ahead. So to start with, Sirisha, can you tell our audience why the teen health or adolescent health is so important?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Like as we have already gone through this phase, this adolescent phase, as we know, there is a lot of physiological changes, physiological maturity we have seen at this age. So there will be a lot of hormonal rush we can see. So coming to this stage, this adolescent stage is an very confused and very tentative and attractive stage, we can say, because at this age, the girl or boy can see visually in their physical and mental changes, because we can see them like we can see the boy or the girl can increase their height in this age, and also weight wise also there is an there is a change in the physique also. So this stage is very very crucial stage and very addressing stage, and we have to be cautious at this stage because it is an growth spurting stage. Okay, so there is lot of physiological changes happen in this stage. Okay, so the growth part, what I mean to say, like the children is different from one another. We can't compare each one. Okay, so the spotting will be changed by age. Okay, for girl child it will be like 9 to 15 years. There will be a lot of physiological change happen, and compared to boy, it is like far lesser. Like the physiological maturity will be at 12 to 18 years. So we can see the visually we can see their physiological changes. So at this age, we have to be crucial and cautious, and we have to be take care of their nutritional needs and emotional needs also. We have to be very supportive, and we have to be very patient because there is lot of changing emotions. There a lot of fussiness is happened in this age.
Okay. Thank you, Sirisha. So, guys, there are two stages very important in one's life cycle as far as the growth is concerned. The first stage is when the baby is born till the age of 1 year. You see, the growth spurt happens during when the baby turns till the first year. The birth weight becomes double by 6 months, triple by first year. And later, there is no weight changes, and mothers keep worrying, oh, yeah, my baby is not gaining any more weight. It's not like that. It's only till first year, then it stabilizes. Similarly, this kind of growth spurt, the vigorous changes in the body, be it height or weight or the secondary sexual characters, all these things develop during this adolescent stage, which is the teen stage. So this stage is very, very crucial and important because there are greater changes happening physically, mentally, emotionally, and in all areas of life. So as we are starting with this uh, as a very core area of one's core important area of one's life cycle. So, what are the main issues that the teenagers are going through these days?
Yes. So we can say like the teenagers by our age, there is no that much of care is taken in this education wise. I have studied in government school and government colleges. So, but coming to this generation, there is lot of changes we can see. So they went to college at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock by morning and come back to the school at 8 or 9. There is there is no time to spend with their family. So due to this due to this timings, the children and the teenagers are facing so lot of stress because they're spending their time at college or school only, lot of time. So 12 to 13 hours they are spending on schools or colleges. So there is no time to take care of themselves. They're spending time with schoolmates or college mates and with friends. So, so there is no chance to spend with their time with their family, and also they are having lot of disturbances like their eating patterns are disturbed, their sleeping patterns are disturbed. All those things have disturbed in this stage. So they are not in a mode that how to cope up with all these things. So they can go on with flow, but there is lot of emotional stress is also uh, balancing in this stage. Okay, so we can see there is eating patterns are very poor. They don't eat on time, and if we ask why didn't you eat properly, yes, I don't have time, my classes are going on, so there is no time to eat. They're answering like that. So, and coming to the girl child, the menstrual cycles they are getting is not regular. They're facing many problems with their menstrual cycles. I can see nowadays, and also their weight because of this sedentary life they're going through. Uh, they are dealing with this sedentary life. There is no physical exercise they are uh, doing. So because of all these things popping up, they become obese. Can you believe one of six are obese? According to WHO statistics, one of six are obese. That's the ratio we are living with. So there is no balancing in their food. There is no balancing their exercise. So they are in confused state. We are here to help them how to balance their things too. So as a mother, as a father, their role is also very, very crucial to improve their lifestyle.
Okay. So the major problem that I understand and we see across is teenagers are very, very stressed because they all have this performance consciousness. Everybody has to perform. If they don't perform, parents don't agree, the society don't agree, the friends don't agree, they themselves don't agree. So falling into the trap of this performance, everything else is neglected, be it lifestyle or food or intake or nutritional um, nourishment to the body or an activity to the brain. Everything is taking sidetracked because everybody just want to get the marks. So having said that, this is leading to so many problems. Before we jump in and know how to deal with them, let's understand the problems of mothers. So we have spoken about the problems of the teenagers. So what are the problems of these moms of these teenagers? Sirisha, what do you think? What is their aspect?
If we can ask mothers, there will be a big list. My son is not in it, not my son or girl is not eating properly. Whatever they are taking to the college, that is lunch box, the small lunch box they are taking to the college, they will get it back home without eating. There are a lot of complaints about these food patterns and communication between the mother and you can say father. So there is no communication between them. So due to lack of communication, there is no emotional bonding. You can say so. None of them are helping mother or father. How many of us helping household chores in father and mother? No one is helping. So these are the complaints generally we can come across through our counseling. And also their sleeping patterns are irregular. They are not eating properly. So they are very, very concerned about their mainly about their eating patterns. If they are looking obese, if the girl or boy is looking obese, they don't want to take the lunch box to the college. Even though with the force of mother, they will take the lunch box, they don't eat. So how it will they need their nutritional needs? Daily nutritional needs should be achieved. They are in a race of dieting nowadays. We can see because all of these things we can see so many nutritional deficiencies in their bodies. So every mother is concerned about that, about their nutritional needs and the the relation between them. And there some people are not expressive. All are not expressive. So they should create an environment like that to open up their feelings, to express their feelings. So these are the things generally we can address.
Here I'll take the side of the kids, Sirisha. I'm not going to support the parents because children are nothing but a replica of the parents, is what I believe. And guys, if you don't go to school from childhood to 10th till your 10 years, suddenly if you start going at 11th year, will you be able to cope up? No, right? The same is with children. If they want, if you want all your children to be expressive and connect with you emotionally, that thing has to happen from the very beginning. It can't happen when they are into the teens. Please don't blame them for this. So, so as we are understanding all these problems of mothers, I totally relate because most of the kids who are in 10th, plus one, and plus two, uh, I have seen also this thing Sirisha has been mentioning, like they don't try to take even an extra snack box because if there are 150 children in the class, none of them get it. Why you want me to take it? So this is a question to all the children who are present in the Zoom meet. If you're sitting next to your mom, please think about it. Do you want to be yourself, or do you want to be a copy of your benchmate or your friend? Just think about it. You want to be a leader who can show a path to your friends and your batchmates, or you just want to be along with a bunch of goats who get along in the same road? Give a thought. We'll get back to this again. So, one of the most common questions and queries that I receive in my last 2 decades is the moment a girl attains puberty, I'll get a phone call. Okay, Jyoti, what should I do now? It has suddenly started. What I have to do now? What should I feed her to make her healthy? How? What can I give her? Uh, so I want you to ask Sirisha, like, how parents should address if the onset of puberty is sudden, if they suddenly attain menarche. Say we are at expected age is 12 to 13, but these days we get to see even from 9 years girls are attaining menarche. Sometimes they are not prepared. It's just a sudden thing. So how parents should handle this?
Yes, ma'am. As you are told that they are attending menarche at 9 and 10 at this age. So when I'm kid and when I'm compared with my mother, so they're attending their menarche at 12, 13, 14 years of age. But nowadays the menarche is becoming very fast. It happened in very faster phase, like 9 and 10 years of age. They don't know what is happened. The girl will be in a big so there, there is a lot of crucial role because mother assume what is happened. Okay, so that is the thing. It is a confused state happened with the girl child. So mother should take care and explain everything. Like this is the physiological, this is the natural process that every girl have to attain at this age. So you have to prepare for that, and you have to educate herself. Is the only take mother is the only thing to take care of these things. So mother should educate their period health, like how many times you should change your pad, and how is the what is the food you have to take, and she should educate like what is the stage of periods, like what are periods, it is a monthly cycle. You should take care of you should explain all those things, and also they should take care the nutritional needs too, because the nutritional supplementation is required at this stage, because there is a lot of iron deficiency will happen during this stage, because there is a lot of heavy bleeding will occur in every month. So we have to take care of their nutritional needs and calcium rich foods. All those things we have to address. And also, and there should be a lot of emotional support from the mother, because the child is in big confusion, and she is also in a lot of things happen in her stage. So these are the things we have to address when there is an sudden onset of periods.
Okay. So when the periods start, it's not only how nourished food you give to the child is not the only thing that is important. What is more important is kids know all these things. The children have been educated in this topic from grade 6 onwards. Even some children, they know it even before that. So they have the information. But what they lack is translating the same knowledge into the practical approach is what is missing. So it's the mere responsibility of parents to talk to them, sit and talk to them, without any taboos. Tell the child because this is what is going to happen. And this preparation part is very, very important. And once this preparation is there, the child will be aware. When the child is aware, now most of the schools they have all the doctor clinics at school itself. If your period starts suddenly, the girl can self-assess, go to the clinic, get uh, counseled by the nurse or whoever is available there, and they will be enabled to know how to take care of it. But the kind of practical approach, this is a mere responsibility of parents who has to be who has to do this. So, having said that, apart from this, uh, we would like to discuss more on how you can prepare the child because we get to see, okay, suddenly the periods have started. What should we give? Should I give you these gingerly seed balls with jaggery, or shall I give something which is nourished? How can I nourish the child suddenly now? So, guys, if the same question I ask you all, if you have never gone to school till 15 years, suddenly if I give you 10th grade book, will you be able to read? No, right? The same thing applies to nutrition. This is not a one day job where you just begin whenever you feel like, whenever the need has arrived. There has to be a preparation for that. So, Sirisha, as we are talking about the preparation and enabling environment, what can you throw some light to the parents how they can prepare the child uh, for this event?
Yes, ma'am. Parents are rushed out what to feed when there is sudden onset of periods. But the thing is, we should take care about their nutritional needs, not only nutritional needs. We have to take care in all areas about the girl child especially, because this the nutrition that we are giving at a day, it won't happen in a day. So it will be the nutrition, we can say that we have to give them proper balanced diet. If they eat this much of a lunch box, they are taking to a small lunch box to the college and they are not eating properly, how they will meet their nutritional needs, daily nutritional needs. So we have to take care about these things and also explain the things why you have to eat and what you have to eat. You have to educate on them, like these are the this if we feed the girl child suddenly, you have to eat this sesame laddu, sesame jaggery laddu. Will she eat? No. She will look at us very blank. Why should I eat? They're they're habituated with all junks nowadays. The schools and colleges, every college and school have one or two bakeries at their surroundings. So they are habituated with those fast food culture. So when we are feed with these nutritional rich foods like sesame, like leafy vegetables, and ragi porridges, these are the things that should they have to take in the daily routine. So if we educate them, these are the food. These jaggery is rich in iron, so this iron is having it will improve your blood. So we have to explain each and every point to the children. So uh, they don't know what is like why should they eat. They just want to eat when they are hungry. But what nutrition should we take for our body needs is very, very important. Eating food with hunger, eating food with the nutritional needs that the body days. So we have to explain everything. Each food group is very, very, very important. And so my video is stable.
No, it is not. Your voice is cracking a lot, Sirisha. Yeah. Meanwhile,
Can you
so
hear?
Sirisha, kindly join, mute other device. Yeah. So meanwhile, Sirisha, okay. Can you all hear us now? Yeah. So as she adjusts her device, guys, it's very important. What we mean to say is the nutritional aspect that has to be taken care from the very beginning. It's not suddenly when the child attains puberty. Why? Because initially, when I started the topic, we told you like the growth spurt happens at two times. One is when the child is born till first year, and second is during this puberty stage. When the growth spurt, when the most rigorous growth is going to happen, if we don't provide the necessary nutritional and other requirements to the body, how the growth spurt can be met? Question mark to you all. So when it is not met, obviously they'll end up with so many deficiencies and other kind of disorders. So it's very important to begin this practice from the very beginning. So having said this, Sirisha, are you back?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Can
So
you hear
let's
me?
talk. Yeah, we are just done with the diet and preparation part. Can you talk more on the enabling environment? How, what kind of environment we should provide to children to safeguard and make it a feasible platform for them to actually follow and perform? Can you throw some light on this?
It is the responsibility of not only the mother, I can say it is the responsibility of the whole family, because in we can take the examples of our mother and fathers and their forefathers. They are in the environment of joint family. They are getting information from a uh, lot of people around them, because they are having similar age groups of cousins and sisters, brothers, and their uncles and aunts. They're really enjoying their childhood with the family. But nowadays, because of this nuclear family, we are living in a very fast mode life. So because of these nuclear families, the children are not getting a lot of information actually from the parents, because due to lack of that, and if the both parents are working, there is no choice of discussion, and communicating child is not there. So because of that, we have to take time to the children. We have to give that comfort level to the children. If they are open up at this age, they will definitely uh, be very friendly with the mother and the father. Okay. So and the we can say from our perspective that like when the child is attending the first period, there is no one to take care in the family. So when it is in joint family, there is a lot of members and the safeguard her. Like, but it is happened. The mother is something there, like she is in office, the father is in office. So there is no one to take care. So we have to explain the girl child and prepare the girl child before that, and accept the things, educate her, accept the things as they are. The child should be prepared before. If the child is prepared for that, then she will take it as normally. If she is not prepared, how she will take? She will in a panic condition. So without any support. So if it is there as to support every situation, if we are taking care in every situation, it will be a helpful thing to the children. And the physiological changes, that is there is lot of reproductive changes will happen at this teenage. So these are should be addressed, and the environment that we are creating for them should be very friendly.
Okay. So, when I'm hearing to you, I was actually recollecting what we get to see around. Most of the incidents you will definitely relate with me what I'm talking about. Parents are busy with half sari functions and dhoti functions, and parents are really busy which dress to wear, what kind of jewelry to be given, how the photograph should be taken, what kind of meal to be served to the people. Have you gone to your child and given a warm hug and just said, okay, this is just a normal child. I'm there with you. Have any of the mothers have done this simple thing? The moment they attain, okay, you shouldn't be touched by anyone. You have to be at the corner of the room, or you just see these things have come because earlier days, 30 decades, 40 decades, to 3 decades, 4 decades back, when there is a lot of physical labor around, when people used to carry water from across, have to get the sticks even to dried sticks to cook the food and all. That is a lot of physical labor which is involved. That's where the practices of giving rest to the women has evolved. But having we fast forward to our era, what are we really doing to our children? What kind of knowledge are we really sharing? How many of the parents have really gone to the child and explained and gave a warm hug and told this is just near normal and I'm there for you, don't worry. This what gives them the hope. And I want all your parents to please underline this statement and take it along with you and remember it for your lifelong, for whoever have children, and especially fathers. Fathers, you play a greater role. Have you all seen the new ads coming up for the sanitary pads? If a mother is not there, a father will bring on the sanitary pads and gives to the child and says, don't worry, I'm there for you. How many fathers are actually doing this at home? Question yourself. This is just a normal thing. Accept it as a normal thing, and that's where the normalcy and a good environment at home will evolve, wherein the child will feel herself, will feel comfortable and confident. That's when the bonding will happen. So this is very, very important. Guys, please make a note of this stuff. This is very important to bring on these changes. So, as we are talking a lot on this, can you throw some light to our audience, Sirisha, what is a regular period is? Because if I get to hear 10 mothers, they say, no, we neither we have normal periods, neither our children have. We have a lot of irregularity. There is a lot of lack of information on what is a regular period. Can you share some light on this?
Yes, ma'am. Even I'm also come across with these things. Both the mother and the child not getting their periods regularly. So, what is regular period means it should be a regular interval of time. So, whether it could be a 25-day cycle, 30-day cycle, or 35-day cycle, or 40-day cycle, it should be on regular basis. None of them nowadays, there is no regularity in their periods because of this lifestyle changes that we are come across, we are not attaining their periods on regular basis. There are a lot of questions in their mind because what is regular period? So if it is the cycle is about 28 to 30 days cycle, it is only the regular period they are assuming. So it is not that. The cycle should be in a regular intervals of time. It could be 25 days, 30 days, 28 days, 40 days, or it could be 2 months. It should be on regular interval. So if it is on regular intervals, our body is not similar to the other body. So some our body is habituated with something. The hormones that is we are arising is different from one another. So we cannot compare with two girls. Okay, so she will be having the cycle of 30-day cycle. Other girl will having a cycle on 40-day cycle. It should be it is absolutely normal for 40 days cycle on regular interval. It is also normal. So we have to be like some of the children are not getting their periods on 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, not getting the cycles on these regular intervals, it should be considered as a irregular period.
Okay. So can you also throw some light on how they can track their periods? How do they know whether it's very tough for little kids to remember the days? So how can they track their periods?
Yes, ma'am. There is a lot of period tracking apps we can see nowadays. So if it is 30-day cycle, the date will be single. If the date is first, the next month they will get the cycle on first. But the thing is about 45-day cycle, 28-day cycle, that the dates will be fluctuating. So for that, they should have a period tracking. They can mark some other in mark there is in calendar, or they can uh, download some apps. There are so many period tracking apps there nowadays. So from that we can track our periods, how they are. Is it regular one or irregular one?
Yeah. So in our days, we used to use calendar, mark the date and keep counting, keep counting. It's a very tedious job, but still we used to do. But of late, almost last 5, 6 years, I've been using a period tracker. I have my log, period log, we call it, for the last 5 years. Can you believe? It shows uh, how is your reproductive health. This is very, very important. So, having said that, the points to take care is if your period is regular on the same intervals. Say if a woman is getting 30-day cycle every 30 days, then their periods are regular. But if one is getting one at 28 days, the next month at 45 days, there's a difference in days, then it is called irregular. To get to know, please try to track it at least for a minimum of 3 to 6 months to establish that pattern. And when you have to start, download any period tracking app. You have a lot of apps these days. And the moment your period starts, day one is considered, period of day one is considered as day one. So when the period is started, you have to mark it as day one. So the same thing you have to repeat next time when you get your period. This way, if you keep on doing at least for 3 to 6 months, you will get to know the pattern, how my period health is. That helps you to self assess and go and meet a healthcare professional to seek further advice. This is a basic thing to be taken care. So, we have spoken a lot on like good nutrition is really important, but what kind of nutrition do you suggest? Like what kind of food that children should eat so that they will be ready to meet this growth spurt and their growth and height and weight and everything will be as per normalcy. What kind of care should be taken nutritionally, Sirisha?
Yes, ma'am. When we are talking about nutrition, there is lot of inputs coming across from our relatives and friends. This should given to your child. This one. So it is not about the food, ma'am. So it is the planning. The planning that is you have to take care in the day. The mother is the uh, first doctor, I can say.
Mhm.
Mother is the mother is the first teacher. Like mother is the first doctor, I can say. So she should take care of every nutritional needs in the family.
Mhm.
Uh, the requirement is depends upon the planning that is she's making every day. So the mother should educate first what food should they feed with their children, not only with the children, the family. So the nutrition is not a one day process. So it is a lifelong process. Without food, we can't start it. So we have to well educate with the nutritional needs. The media is giving so much of abundance of knowledge about food, which food we have to take, which food we have to not take. So the proportion of the food is matters nowadays. So if we giving an advice, this food is good, they will go and purchase that thing and they will keep it on the uh, shelf. That's the thing happened with many of the clients. So we have to educate why to eat this food. If I ask them to eat some iron rich foods and calcium rich foods, they're going with calcium is the tofu that is having so much of calcium, so I can eat that. We have to know what is tofu, what it is come from, is it available, is it our food, it is prepared in our situation. Look, so we have to cope up with the things with the foods that are coming in our area. So we have to follow the seasonal food patterns, and the as we are talking about growth spurt, this is the crucial stage. This is the heavy requirement of the nutritional load of the girl, child, or boy. So we have to take care of their protein requirement, calcium, and iron requirement. These are the simple. These are getting from simple foods. We can say they none of the child is drinking glass of milk in a day. So we have to give 2 glasses of milk in a day, and we have to ask them to consume the leafy vegetables in a week, twice or thrice in a week. None of them are eating leafy vegetables, and I can say these eggs. They're fond of these kids are fond of the bodies, the bodybuilding. They are eating lot of eggs in these days. Some of them are, if they are conscious, they will eat. They are not conscious, no one is eating these eggs, the eggs also. So how they will attain their nutritional sub needs? If they are eating lot of junk, not eating proper food, means how they will eat? There is lot of foods to include in our daily routine, but we are hanging on one food group and we are eating that only. Whether it could be rice or carbs, all those things.
Yeah. So the point to be taken care is the regular diet that you eat at home, guys. Be it your rice and chapati, a bowl of sabji or a curry, and dal or sambar with a fruit and a glass of milk and a cup of curd is what is essentially needed from the very beginning. If you can indulge your child into all these practices from the very beginning, then these foods suffice everything that is needed for them. But more important than this is if you're complaining that your children are not listening to you, I directly tell you that this is your mistake. Because children will learn only by seeing and only by believing, not by listening. If you want your children to follow all these things, this is your responsibility to follow by yourself first. If you do not do and you want only your children, expect them to do, then it is going to be an utter failure. So if you really want a good health for your children, first of all, start practicing by yourself, apply all these things to you. You start eating in front of them, tell them how strong you have become. That's how they see, they learn, they believe, and they start doing. I hope you all agree with us. So, as we are talking so much about nutrition, so because we started the topic that there is a lot of obesity around teenagers, and if we take 10 people, almost 6 to 7 are obese these days, and there's a lot of sedentary lifestyles. Kids are sitting for hours together at colleges and schools. So, what is the role of exercise or activity, any kind of activity, and how that it actually helps them to be a better student?
Coming to the exercise, if I ask them to do exercise, no. Even mother also support them. No, my kid don't have that time. They are going to college 8 o'clock and coming back at 8 o'clock. How they will do? That is the question I'm getting every time. So mother and both the kids are also not at all accepting the thing. What is the importance of exercise? How it will be helpful in their daily routine. Okay. So I want to ask them like, if if you are not physically active, how your body will be active? Our organs and our things are their functioning is not stopped. Even though we are sedentary, we are not eating properly, or we are not giving proper nutrition to the body. They're not stopping their work. They're doing their job properly. But if we are doing some 30 minutes, it's just like 30 minutes of time, you can say. Okay, 30 minutes of time spare. It is not a big deal to spend 30 minutes of time for exercise in a day. Okay, so by doing exercise, we can do it smartly. If they are, the students are in the colleges, we can ask them to use stairs, not using the lift, and they can ask them to get their water from the downstairs, which is not available in their floor. We can ask them to get your own water from the downstairs. I will just ask them to roam around the colleges after the lunch. Okay, so these are the things we can ask them to include. As a coach, I usually giving these tips, and I ask them to have a lot of water. For that, they have to move. They have to drink the water, and they will they should rush into the washrooms. So that so lot of things to do if we are physically active. If we are physically active, our body will be very active, they very energetic and very attentive and very focused. These are much needed for the teenagers nowadays because of the studies and because of things.
Yeah. The major problem I hear is drink water. No, then I have to go to loo for a longer, too many times. So I don't want to drink water. If you don't drink water and if you don't go to loo, let me know, guys. How do you flush out your toxins? This is mere important. Drink water on time. There are certain things I hope you all definitely watch half an hour of your favorite show every day, right? All mothers can respond and say yes in the chat box if your kids are watching something other than doing the regular studies. If they do, I have a solution for that. I'm going to give you a solution. If you respond in the chat box, do your children watch at least half an hour of their favorite show every day apart from their regular studies? Do they do? If they do, type yes. Okay, Samata says yes. Smita says yes. Only two people. Rest of them they only study, I guess. Or what else are they doing? We have 43 people in the room. Even if I don't get a response, I know 100% that everybody does that because we have been seeing this around in each and every household, including us. So the best thing is when your kids are watching the shows, please don't say no to them. Let them have their share of fun because this is equally important. But at the same time, instead of watching in the small screen in the phones and all, ask them to put them in the TV. And instead of sitting like a lazy bug on a couch, get up and just do some jumping or squatting or just put some favorite music and dance along with it. There is no one form of exercise that is recommended. They just have to be active. And I have been seeing kids have smart trackers these days. School children are taking trackers these days. And so it's very important educate the children to track on the step count. Okay, I haven't even made this many steps. How can I be active? Let me go out, do some cycling or come out. Encourage them to include exercise in a playful and interesting way. If you see communities these days, everybody is crazy about tennis, badminton, everybody will go to all these classes. Do you all agree? This is a form of exercise. And if your children are not indulged into this, encourage them to take up one of the sports as their activity, whatever they like, be it swimming or badminton or tennis or whatsoever. If they don't like any of these things, if they really think they don't have time, put their favorite music for 30 minutes and ask them to dance for it in their own rooms. So, having said that, we have come back to the end of the talk. So, I want you to give the takeaway message to all our audience today. Sirisha, what is the message that you want to give? Then we'll take the Q&A.
So that is the end of the session now. So I want to just say, like, accept the situations, whatever is happened, you should accept the situation and encourage the children. What they are going through these phases, we should encourage the children and being patient with their emotions. Okay, so we have to create the environment to mingle with the things, to mingle with the surroundings. So we should give enough knowledge to the children, and whatever they are asking, whatever they are questioning, we should be very patient, and we should answer them very properly. Because whatever information we are giving to them, it is it is going through the mind. So we should be very conscious, and we should give the information in such a proper way. So we should create the favorable environment for the better living of us and our family. If we are happy, our family will be happy. If our family will be happy, our surroundings will also be happy.
Okay.
Thank
So the
you.
bottom line is, if you see 10 children along with your child, please stop comparing. Acceptance is nothing but this. When you say your friend has scored 99, why you got only 92? You're not accepting your child as he or she is. Acceptance is whatever be your child at their IQ, at their physical and mental health at the current moment, please accept them wholeheartedly. They are yours. Once you accept, it's parents' responsibility to give the proper necessary education which helps them to understand things, the logical reasoning behind which helps them to take it ahead. And the third thing is creating a good environment at home. Even if you say something, okay, go and study. And if TV is running at one corner and other person is shouting at the other corner, how the children will study? Create an environment at home so that it is feasible for them to concentrate. This is a responsibility of parents. So accept your children, educate your children, and give an enabling environment to your children. All three are the responsibilities of parents to bring up. They are the future of our nation. So, having we said that, we end up the talk for today. We are ready to take up the Q&A, guys. Drop your questions in the chat box, or you can unmute and talk to us. Meanwhile, there is one question from Padmaja. Uh, Padmaja says, is it normal to have a period lasting up to 7 days every time? Sirisha, you heard the question? Is
Every
it normal
7 days.
bleeding for 7 days? Is it normal to have a period?
Yes, it is normal for 7 days. Everybody's body is different. So some will have 3 days of bleeding time, and some will have 5 days. Yeah, it is depends upon how many pads that they are using in a day. So if it is 2 to 3 pads in a day, it is absolutely normal. For even that more 5 to 6 pads that changing in a day, it should be addressed.
Okay. So I hope you got it, Padmaja. 3 to 5 days. 5 days is actually a near normal for most of them, but it can go up to 8 days. So anything with up to 8 is considered normal for the bleeding time.
Ma'am, someone is asking, is it normal skipping of periods in initial months of starting?
Sirisha, would you like to take it, or you want me to address?
Yes, ma'am. You can take it.
Okay. See, guys, when the children attain menarche, it's very important to understand they are going to start a new system. The reproductive system is just developing. When we go and study ABCD at school at UKG, do you think they all learn A to Z on day one? No, right? It takes its own time to get along, learn, stabilize, and get all the things done. Similarly, the reproductive system is just developing. So initially, a bit of skipping in between is very normal. means the system is getting adjusted. Once it goes ahead, give time. Sometimes it takes even a year for the child to get regular periods. Even then, if it is not coming, then you can see a healthcare practitioner. But for this, as we indicated earlier, track your periods. This is that log of the period is going to help you. And even if the skip in between, it's quite okay because the system is just it's trying to develop and establish. Give some time to the body. Have some hope. Don't be a doubtful scenario all the time. Oh, I didn't get it. Something has happened to my child. No. And you don't think it this way, neither you indulge these thoughts into your child's mind. Because thoughts are the actions and actions speak, right? So your thought will decide what is the actual action going to happen. So think right. This is very, very normal. Okay, there are a lot of questions. Wait, there's a scrolling up. Let me take them. Okay. Lakshmi says she has the same doubt. Smita says they get angry on small, small things. How to deal with that? Do you want to go ahead, Sirisha? She's smiling. She's the most coolest mom ever. She has one son. Now she's expecting the other one. I have to see when they become teenagers how she will be laughing in the same style or not. Come on, Sirisha.
Yes, ma'am. We can say when we smile, other person we have to smile. So when we are angry, what is the emotions? This is the I can say this is the vibrations that we are giving to our children. We are not having smiles at home. There is no smiles at home. There will be seriousness is passing in the home. So why the child is angry with the small things means something is going through in their mind. So we have to ask them, so what is happened and why he or she is like that. So ask them to like share the things with the parents and what is happened. So the small things means they are really in the situation of stress maybe. So add some points to Jyotima.
Yeah, definitely. See, guys, as I said, when kids enter into teens, they are neither children nor adults, but they start behaving like adults, though they are not. So that's when they keep on getting repeated instructions, they don't like it. They feel like we are big enough to handle ourselves. Why I'm getting so many instructions? So when this keeps on happening, they get that anger. So the best thing is when you establish um, a good rapport from the very beginning. From the very beginning, this will not happen on the first note. And second thing is, guys, nature has abundance of everything. Please believe whatever we throw in, you get it back. If you are angry at the deeds of your own children at home and you shout on them, you get it back. It's as simple as that. So if you want them to smile at you, what do you all have to do? Go smile at them first, as Sirisha said rightly. Even if you get angry, it's okay. We as an adults, if we cannot control our anger, how do we expect the children to do the same? So keep your anger aside, give some space to them, understand their emotions, try to give some time, and try to build a rapport. When you agree to them first, they will slowly come into your line and agree to you. I hope this answers you, Smita.
Ma'am, next question. During periods, why non-veg foods are restricted?
Oh, who said that? We never do that.
We never do
Vibha, why do you think so?
body.
There is no restrictions, Vibha. Uh, the child or anybody can eat anything as far as they are okay with it. If you are comfortable doing something, just go ahead and do it, provided you are eating in moderation. because these statements are very tricky. Please, guys, in moderation.
Ma'am, same one more question from Vibha. Swelling of body pre and during periods is normal.
Yes, it's normal, Viva, because during hormonal changes, body tries to accumulate fluid. If you actually check, uh, there are two stages where the period starts, when the eggs release ovulation, and the very that the periods end. So even during the ovulation time, we call it, the egg is released, you people will have swelling, there will be heaviness in the chest, there will be mood distortions, there will be mood swings, there will be anger shoot ups, and swelling up is quite normal. For some people there will be a weight changes of either almost 1 kg here and there also. Before period there will be more weight, after period there will be lesser weight of this. So it's very common. Sirisha, you want to add on that?
Yes, ma'am. I just want to mention that weight issues. I come across with weight loss patients who are losing weight. They are very panicked when they're on periods. My weight is increased. What is happening? So because of fluid accumulation during this menstrual cycles, it will happen. Okay, it is normal. Don't bother about that. I'm saying like,
There is a joke in the chat box. Lakshmi says her children call her Bommarilu mother. We in our life we all have been called with the same name, Lakshmi. So we are telling it the same plane. Even sometimes children do call us that Bommarilu mother. I hope whoever has watched the movie Bommarilu will get this joke. Okay, Padmaja says, very controversial question, but I would love to answer this. Can we go to temples during periods? Would you like to
wow.
answer, Sirisha?
Yeah, you are the right person to answer this.
You want me to answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Padmaja, even before reading the question, I thought this is very controversial, but I will put my points forward because right information is very needed. Earlier days, if you take 100 years back, there were no sanitary pads. There were no hygienic aids for the women. Women used to use cloth, or so that's when all the system of keeping the women aside because of the physical labor is one thing which we already spoke. There is one more important point. You know, earlier days there were no restrooms for households. People used to go to nearby forest or jungle or bushes to do their nature call, right? So when they are doing this, when this practice was there, when the women start bleeding, the smell of the blood is attracted by the wild animals. Wild animals, they get the smell and they'll come and you have a greater chances to attack. So given this scenario, because anything if it is said in the straightforward way, people don't accept, right? You have to give a strong reasoning. Okay, if you don't do this will happen. If you do this, that will happen. If a pressure or some fear thing is kept along with that, then people accept and follow. So to avoid these attacks of all the wild animals or whatsoever, where people used to go earlier days apart from home, temple is the only place. There is nothing else. So all these restrictions have come for that. And the second thing is there were no proper aids available in those days. If the cloth or something at the cotton or it falls somewhere, is it good? No, right? So that is the second point. So there is a reason for all these practices. We need to understand why these have been come to our mind and to our practices. And coming back to these days, we have everything around. And I feel there is a saying in Telugu. I don't know how many of you understand Telugu, but Bhagavantudu Sarvantaryami means the God is there everywhere. Lord Prahalada says, Indu kaladu andadledani sandehamu valadu endandu chusina andande kaladu. Do you know what does it mean? He is not here, he is not there. There is nothing like that. Wherever you see, you perceive him. That is the nature of God. So if you believe God exists only in temple, and if you don't want to go there, that means you don't believe that God exists within yourself. If you believe God exists in yourself, where can we run away? You can go anywhere. I hope you have got my answer, Padmaja. So thank Vibha says, thank you, Jyoti ma'am. I just want your opinion on non-veg eating. Thank you. Okay, you can eat, Vibha. How to manage anger of boy kids when they undergo puberty? The same answer, Vibha. Rapport building has to be from the very beginning. Now, if it is not done, the damage has already happened. Try to be good with them. Try to be in their own notes. Like if they accept for certain things, even if you don't like initially, once they fall trap into your system, then you trap them. Don't go against.
When we said no, they don't accept. We have
Yeah.
to explain.
Correct. I think we have gone ahead of time. It's 12:08, guys. How to stop the habit of off-screen time and eating time together? Off-screen time and eating time going together. Samantha, you mean to say eating not along with device watching? Is that what is your question is? Yes. Okay. You want to take it, Sirisha? One last question before we wind up the session. How to
Yes,
avoid
ma'am.
watching screen time while eating?
What we are doing. Like generally nowadays, kids are having their lot of time with gadgets. They are not give up during this eating time also. We can see every time every kid is having the phone in their hands and chatting with their friends. Whatever we are asking, they didn't answer at that time. So they are going through these chatting and chatting with friends. I think uh, this has happened with every teenagers nowadays. So we just don't ask them to stop doing that. We just build up a rapport during that time. By during this feeding time, ask them to mingle with the family during that, because that is the only family time I can say. We can spoke with one another.
Yeah. Instead of saying no, probably what you can do is, Samantha, see, it's been a long time that we have been had time together. Let's have breakfast together today. Let's have some mama and boy talk, something like that. Initiate a conversation with him. Tell him that you want to spend time along with him. Create that atmosphere at home. Try invite him for a meal together. Sit together and chit chat and talk something which is interesting to him, not something which is interesting to you. This will, over a period of time, may help you to, deal with this. There's one question, last from Padmaja. Will mantras or temple bell sounds affect us biologically during periods? See, it will not affect us anytime. They are good. The temple bells, the sound of mantras, they're all good vibrations which are beneficial to a woman or man anytime, irrespective of their periods. You can just listen to them and enjoy the feel, get a good vibration of it. So I think we'll wind up the session today. It's 12:11 already. Thank you, Sirisha, for being here and enlightening our crowd today about women and girl health. And guys, our 11th October is World Girl Child Day. We have two special videos which we have done last year. We are going to share it in the group. Please go ahead and watch the videos along with this session. It is really, really going to help you how to deal with the periods and the education part and how you can handle your children. So with this, I thank you, Sirisha, and all the audience who have attended us today, and see you all next week. And next Sunday is World Food Day, guys. We have a special thing coming up. Stay tuned.
Thank you everyone for attending the today's session.
Okay.
I hope it is helpful.
And there's a form in the chat box, guys. If you want to sign up with our programs, please click on that, or you can get into touch with us. We'll tell you more details. Thank you, guys. Have a happy Sunday. Bye bye.